Hello and welcome to Aberdeen, Scotland for the World Junior Curling Championships 2018. Aberdeen, called the Granite City, we're the host of the Scottish Junior Championship this season, but will now take in curlers from all around the world. It's been an unusual, chilly and snowy week so far on the north-eastern coast, but we'll find shelter in Curl Aberdeen, where all the roars, sweeping and stone throwing is taking place. Canada will play Scotland in the round-robin session number 3 of the women's competition. Pretty much the country that invented the sport, dating back to Scotland in the 1500s, will take on Canada, who's said to maybe have adopted the game and perfected it through the 18 and 1900s. It's always a big matchup as we hear Republic of Korea being honoured for this draw. We'll take a look at the teams. Lineup for Team Canada today at lead, Lindsay Burgess. At second stones for Team Canada, we have Carly Burgess. Team third in vice skip, Christine Clark. And this team is skipped by Caitlin Jones.
And Team Scotland at lead, we have Leanne Mackenzie. And second player is Hayley Duff. Third player, Amy MacDonald. And the skip, Rebecca Morrison.
Well, taking a look at the standings, how the teams stack up so far. We see Canada undefeated at 2 wins alongside Russia and Sweden. Scotland sits at 1-1. We usually say 6 wins will get you through to the playoffs. 4 teams will progress to the Page playoff. 5 and 4 might give you a tiebreaker. As we see the other games in the arena, USA will play Turkey, Switzerland plays Republic of Korea, China takes on Russia, and we have a nice neighbourly battle between Norway and Sweden as well. And the teams are just doing their final preparations. Of course, both teams have had that 9-minute practice before the game. And a draw shot challenge, where Scotland outdrew the Canadians. They will have the last one advantage, which means Canada, with the red stones, will throw the first. Lindsay Burgess will get us started, 18 years old, curled for 10 years. You're listening to myself, Sam Durervog, and I'm joined by Olympic champion Rona Howie. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm going to continue.
All set for a big matchup today. Canada-Scotland's always a good matchup for the fans especially.
Leanne Mackenzie will throw the lead stones for Scotland. We'll have a bit of a cautious start here. Canada coming into the rings allows Scotland to make the hit.
Okay, well, I think she started that.
And this just over curling, so big mistake early on.
Just make sure we're positive.
And maybe we won't get that blank end as it was looking.
Let's go. 15. Yeah.
Canada with a chance to throw a front stone here to protect that stone in the house.
Line's good. 3. Easy. 3, 4. Whoa. Line's good. Patient. Top 12. Top 8. Gotta move a bit. 14-1. 14-1. Okay. Oh, wow. That's little. Yeah.
So you can hear the sweepers communicating well with the skip there about what weight was thrown and how the ice is running in the first end.
Well, like 13-2 and 14-1 land in almost the same spot. Yeah!
Chance to make up for the first mistake here, but perhaps a double takeout. This one again moving quite a bit. I'm starting to wonder if it's just curling a bit in that spot, or if she is just a bit inside or getting that started on the in turn.
Okay, we're tight? Yeah. Okay, thank you, Ken.
Carly Burgess makes it back to the World Junior stage.
T-line. Freeze it then. Whoa, we're no there. Line. Yeah. We're top 8. It's no coming line, down. No line. Top 8. I got same number as Lindsay's. Chris can go. Chris can go. Chris can go. Yep, hard over. Yep, hard over. 14-1.
Was a part of the Canadian team that picked up the gold medal 2 years ago. Skipped by Mary Fay.
Just watch this one because it's number 6.
Yep.
Okay. I think it'll be fine.
And here is Hayley Duff throwing the second stones for Team Scotland. Still looking to make that double takeout on the red stones. Maybe have a chance to blank this first end, retain the last one advantage. 1, 2. Just hang around. Or we'll sit for shot stone. Not a bad result.
10. Like you can, let's go.
Sweeping this one hard to hold it. Didn't want to jam it on the back. Just left the Scottish counter hanging in.
And that's how quickly an end can change in curling. Now Scotland all of a sudden a chance to sit 2. It'll be tough to roll too far to the left without jamming themselves though. Might leave a double back for Canada.
And just jams it. No more.
Yeah, I like this way. Okay, 10 here.
Do you like that ice? Or?
I think so. I threw one here in practice and it held pretty good.
Yeah, so both teams have had their practice pre-game, but
little down. Well,
just really using this first end to get to grips with the ice, because it's certainly pulling more than they were expecting it. Hard, so just settles the team down as well.
Wow. I feel like it's not. Seems really like.
Christine Clark makes a hit and stick.
Seem up. Well, I know it was like 10, but still, like it didn't bounce off very much.
Yeah.
Christine Clark also being a part of that gold medal team from 2 years back. We'll take our first look at Amy McDonald.
Roll it away. Yep, other side. That's good. 9-3. Good sweep. Just a little more.
Yeah.
So a nice hit and sit.
Yeah.
Scotland will just remove this from play, keep it simple, first end. Really looking just to blank it now.
Control. Stay close. Lee, yep. Lee, hard.
Really hard.
Hard, right to it. Yep, go hard. Hard, Lee, go hard. Good, Amy.
Nice hit in the nose from maybe McDonald.
Good sweep, that was rolling out.
Nice shot.
Christine Clark after the road skip, Mary Fay, who skipped this Canadian team to goal 2 years ago. She retired. Christine Clark took over the skip role. Is now quite happy to step down to play third again to bring Caitlin Jones on to skip Team Canada. The daughter of an RCMP officer, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. She's been moving around quite a lot to her dad's various postings. She's on her 9th or 10th house right now and 5th province in Canada.
Wow.
So after moving to Nova Scotia, got the chance to step into this team and be skipped. She was quite happy to do so. And they've done quite well, of course, winning the Canadian Junior Championship and earned the right to represent the Maple Leaf here in Aberdeen. Rebecca Morrison, skip for Scotland. Looking for the hit on the wing here.
Plays it nicely.
That was difficult. That's very up against it.
Good.
Good shot, man.
Would have loved to medal here
Yeah, nice bit.
Cool, thanks.
in Scotland, at home.
Yep, it's their first time on the world stage.
They're kind of waiting for him here.
But their 5th player, Sophie Jackson, who won silver at the World Juniors last year, so great experience being brought in there to help the team.
If you can figure it out, they're good.
Well, the Scottish juniors were held here, were they not?
They were. The end of January, the Scottish Junior Championships are here for a week. Very much the same format as this, round robin and then semis and final. So they'll feel at home on this ice.
Yeah, you would think they would have an advantage coming into the competition, although saying that the ice could always change as we see a big blunder here from Team Canada.
I've not really played either.
Okay. They were getting like.
Not making contact with that yellow, as we were just expecting this to run down to a blank. All of a sudden,
A
Scotland
little on the outside edge.
with an open draw.
I gotta remember on my interns not to give a lot of ice.
Great chance for Scotland. Hit the paint. Anywhere in the house, you score 2. Came from nothing.
Haley's. Okay, Haley, make
Yep,
sure.
7.
5. Take a look.
All yours.
We're there. It's not curling.
Definitely there. We're 8.
It's not curling.
We're definitely there.
Sweepers backing off this a little bit.
8. No, let it sit.
Okay.
Do you think it's going to pull up in time here?
Yeah, well played.
Easy on the sweepers. The sweepers delight. And settles down in the back of the forefoot. 2 points for Scotland.
3.
Okay, it was a bit more positive than I was playing it yesterday. I think.
Came from nothing, but
so just
2 points nonetheless. Solid start for the Scottish.
Yeah.
0-2 after one end.
Yeah, top 4.
Good end.
Quite positive.
6.
I want to go.
5. Think you can go. Yep, think you need to go.
Leanne McKenzie gets this second end started.
Make sure, girls. Go.
Up 2-0 after one end of play here.
Yep, hard, girls. Hard, girls. Go.
Wanting to come into the house here.
Yeah, I got 35, but I didn't look at it. I just thought it was all right.
You can hear there the sweepers constantly communicating what splits have been thrown. so that they can determine if the ice is changing speed or not.
Good. Carly and
Lots of
Brown.
room.
2, 3.
2. Lots of room. Got room. Lots of room.
Now Canada throwing up the corner guard.
Gotta go.
What's the advantage?
Starting to go. Really gotta go.
An upside to throw in the corner, Rona.
Hard over.
So now that Canada lost the 2 at the first end, they want to try and get a 2 straight back here.
15-5.
So they put up a corner guard to give themselves some cover. Try and get a stone buried in there behind it. They want the centre free. They want it open so they can get to the 4 foot if needed.
So for my come around change, they're like
So this is where the lead stones are so important from both sides here.
Yeah.
Scotland have got an objective here with their lead because they're up in the game, and then Canada have got a different objective.
7, 8.
So it's
8.
really important and key for Leeds to
Can't touch it.
get their stone positioning absolutely spot on.
Whoa. Don't really want to go. 6.
A bit light with the first one. Second one coming up a bit heavy. A bit of an overcorrection there from Mackenzie.
Try that, or you just like straight draw?
I like the hand roll.
Whatever you like.
Yeah, so Canada can either hit and roll off that top one now
I like that.
behind the corner, or they can just go for the draw.
Yep. 10.
It's early in the game and can play fairly safe.
10-5 here.
A hit and roll is a good option here.
By the center line. So.
Yeah, that's true. Like you can. Right out to it. Close. Whoa. Yep. Hard right to it. Hard.
Sweeping this hard to try and get the roll, but just catches it on the nose
Okay.
and jams the back one.
I got good weight. Okay.
Call it early if it's gonna be swinging.
Where?
So Hayley Duff just trying to remove this Canadian stone and avoid
Yes,
hitting
go,
the
go,
back
go, go,
one.
Go, go hard. Good, Haley.
Just overswept that. They could have kept that in the house.
I couldn't, Amy. See if it's, can you like say go like that or that? If it's, because I can't hear everything when people are shooting.
So join like that if it's good.
So Canada will just ignore this back stone now and use the corner guard to come around.
Top 4. Line's good. Line's good. Swing. Line only. Line's good. All
T.
you.
Back T.
All you.
We're back 8.
Whoa.
14. Bring it back. Yeah.
Lindsay, if you can, you really gotta go. It's wide open.
Oh. Make sure it's still
Hard,
sharp.
Lindsay.
Okay. Oh, we gotta go this side.
Oh, just fallen over the guard.
Yeah.
If it wasn't completely buried, it is now.
That way, didn't it? So maybe
You can
We
see
need to move that back a
I
little bit.
think it didn't move
Yeah.
much.
It's probably right.
Yeah, it's probably pretty
Be
accurate.
happy.
I don't really know.
Yeah, that. Jake hack.
Yeah. Just a normal hat. Just normal hat.
So they are able to see a piece of that redstone from the hack. Can't play too much weight here. Looking to bring it down a wee bit. Throwing the softer weight, you get a bit more curl, a bit more bend. Easier to come around that guard. Try and pick out the Canadian stone.
Yep, go, go, go.
Even if they do take the guard and roll over, it's plan B. That's a pretty good result.
Good there, Haley.
It opens things up.
Or 10-5. I like 10. Okay. Can I throw the other turn? Okay.
The player obviously happier playing the intern at this. Do you think most players have a preference to which handle they play?
Well, yep, yes.
In juniors anyway, I think
I think
They do.
I think that's. I think it's that for most players. I know from my personal experience, it might change throughout the season. Not necessarily the one turn is the best all the way through a year. You work too much to fix your in turn, and then your out turn ends up being the
Starts to
sloppy one.
suffer.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and it also depends on ice conditions as well, what hand suits better. But I always think the juniors do tend to prefer to play a certain hand.
Yep. Yes. Hard.
Hard, Haley, hard, Haley.
Hard. Right to it. Go, 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 go. Hard. Hard. Well.
Sorry, I was just trying to get it out of the way.
Sorry.
Oh, just... Oh, is it out? Just, I think.
What do you think going this way?
I think same speed.
14?
the coach for Team Scotland, Tom Andrews.
Yes, father of Scott Andrews, who won Olympic silver in Sochi.
Sophie Jackson sitting
Mine's good.
beside him.
Felt like lots. Sealand. Get it on. Hard.
Oh, Canada really working this draw hard.
Really moving. Hard. Hard.
Get a bite.
Want to get this biting.
Get in. Hard, Kate. Go, go, go. Get a bite. Go, 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 go. Hard, 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 hard.
Oh, tried their hardest to get it there.
I think you guys need to switch there.
Oh, Andrew Atherton, their coach, wasn't too pleased with that one. A look of disappointment.
That's okay.
That was just calm.
Whoa. Whoa. Lee. Really gotta go.
Yeah, really hard, please.
Hard.
Really hard, yep. You really got to go. Hard, 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 hard. Okay.
So Scotland just
14-5.
were looking for the double takeout there, but
Sideways too, like it took me, you could tell
jammed
me when
it.
I got off of it. So I'll make sure I'm positive. Just a few feet
So an
more.
opportunity for Canada now to generate their two at this end.
Yeah, might try and find a little bit of cover around that stone. Just pulled up short of the rings.
Mine's good. T-line. This looks like a lot more.
This is not
Stay
curling.
with it.
Make it even.
No, it's there. It's already back. Sit down. Good.
Hey,
Real missed opportunity there for Canada.
What was that? 13-9?
that was weird.
It was a 13-9. Just hung better.
Yeah,
They
I
were
think
surprised. They
that
thought the
one
weight they had
was
played
low.
was good and
Nice, and you were positive, so you didn't
Yeah.
really touch the
just
center
slipped
line.
through the rings.
Okay. Yeah, just a different line there. I should have asked for the same ice because I was a little. Okay, because I thought it was, but-
Just
So you can hear them there discussing that different tracks of the ice may run at slightly different weight.
Also,
So they thought that weight would have been perfect there, but just a different line of ice that they took
Okay, that's good.
and a different tracks, slightly quicker. And that's where the communication needs to work throughout the whole game, just to keep their eye on how the ice is running.
Good weight.
Yep. Whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa.
So now gives Scotland the opportunity to hit this open red.
Really hard, Haley, all the way. Go, go, go,
Okay,
go, go. Nice.
Plays that nicely.
Nice, Becca. Good weight. That's what I was going to do too.
just because that's in.
This
Okay.
Is that yellow in over there?
Yeah, we're not shot if we come around.
Moving
So,
10 with that then?
okay, I like it.
So Canada deciding that if they came round the corner guard, they wouldn't lie short there, so they're just going to hit the open Scottish stone.
Hit and roll?
I really don't think it does as much if we roll, but I mean, we can.
We could like roll onto a red or something.
Yeah.
Because it's that yellow in.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's go.
Just 10.
They're sweeping this one early. Trying to hold it. They wanted to go for the roll, they said.
10-5.
And a miss.
Yeah, second complete miss by Caitlin Jones in the game. In the first end,
Yeah, I'm thinking here.
flashed on the intern as well. At that time it was wide, so perhaps just an overcorrection here.
Right there, then.
Make sure of being in.
Did her
If you do that,
say she has a tendency to go a bit wide on the interns.
yeah, but I think that makes their draw.
This time just overcorrecting and over-curling.
I think just touching 8 foot's good.
Yeah, we've seen from in to out, the ice is swinging nicely. It's a good swing, so you really have to be right to the brush on that, or you do lose it.
Same weight down here.
Look at.
Where are they looking to place this last stone for Scotland, Rona?
So Scotland, they think are line 2. They have had a look at that yellow in Canada anyway, certainly think it's in. So they really want to put pressure here. Canada are likely to draw.
Maybe 5. I think we're 6.
Okay, you need to let
Yeah, 6.
So they want to just put it top 8 foot so that if they nosed it,
Yeah, we're in.
it wouldn't be short.
Too deep.
But I think it's just coming a fraction too far.
It's alright.
Okay, Becca.
But to be fair, she's asking the Canadian skip the question. She's seen her had 2 complete misses with her takeout, so put the pressure on her here. You're facing 3.
Good weight though for. Yeah, but. Good
I get
weight
you.
for if you need to.
So
Yeah.
we'll still stick to the intern here, Caitlin Jones.
I just threw down last time and I wasn't as positive.
You can hear the explanation there. And that first miss just didn't throw enough weight,
Just a little bit more here.
didn't throw it positive enough, a little soft on release.
Straight up.
And the combination of the two made it curl too much. Feeling confident to throw the same rotation again here. Last stone, second end. Facing what we believe is 3 Scottish counters.
Watch the double.
This is gonna need to come.
Line for line, and it will stuff it and roll out. Again, an overcorrection by Caitlin Jones. And now the question, is that stone in? The one on the wing.
It doesn't look it from here, but Canada certainly said it was in when they had a look at it.
Remember for the houses?
I believe they are in agreement that it is a steal of 2 for Scotland.
Houses are wrong.
That was just 8.
And they'll lead it 4-0 after 2 ends.
Weight down and we're good.
You're 4 up.
Go top
Right?
4 again.
Top 4.
Yeah, top 4.
Okay, so which corner?
Let's keep it cleaner than last time.
Yeah.
Sorry. Should I go? This mic keeps pinging off, and I tried to fix it. It's really long now. But,
Third end of play. Some Scottish fans in the stands.
Go now.
Yeah, Haley.
Yep, some juniors through from Elgin to
Coming down, go, go, go.
support Team Scotland today.
Hard girls, go, go,
Yeah, right,
go.
go, 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 hard. What's that?
Well
Yeah, I
said.
thought that.
That's a good opening shot from Scotland.
she hasn't made one,
I
so
know.
she
I
was
think
like
if we bring the
questioning.
weight down though on those, we're okay. Because that was a good throw. Just
So we're going to have to see Canada put up some guards and cover here.
Line's tight.
1, 2.
We're
They're
2
4 down.
already.
They really need to
We're
try and
fine.
get our 2 back here.
Well then.
2.
Just 3. Make sure
Line's
it's 3.
good.
It's really moving. It's really moving, guys.
Gotta go.
Hard, make it good. Oh, oh. Okay, good.
So, yep,
15
good corner guard.
You sweep that.
Ping off again.
Try that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
come back, Frisbee. Don't worry. Felt like less. 5, 6.
Last time Scotland hosted the World Juniors was in 2011. It was hosted in Perth.
7, 8.
Close,
Just
girls.
an hour and a half drive south of here.
7.
Haley!
And of course, Eve Muirhead picked up the gold on that occasion.
Go, 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 go.
Yep, I was our head coach on that occasion.
Of course you were.
Haley.
Good.
Recipe for success to have Rona Howie and your squad. One of 4 titles Muirhead picked up. Could have been 5. She was busy playing the Olympics in Vancouver in 2010.
Yeah, very inconsiderate. Having a World Juniors clash with the Olympics.
Back 4. You got room. You got room. Really needs to move.
Really coming off.
Yeah. Hard. Hard finish.
So Canada just
Really
coming
hard,
round this
right under.
corner guard. They want to try and bury this right in behind. So 4 good stones there from the 2 leads. Perfectly placed. So now you see Scotland just trying to clear things up. Don't leave any cover for Canada.
Heel. Yeah.
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 Hard, hard, go, 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 you got it, go, go, go.
Hard on the rolling.
So remove the corner guard. Just want to try and sweep that out the way. Don't want to leave a corner at the other side. It's far away.
Haley.
Go.
A half ball when it hit so thick we couldn't.
Well, speaking of multiple World Junior titles, Carolee Burgess does have a chance
2.
to join a very exclusive club.
On the line.
Herself and third Christian Clark with a gold 2 years ago.
Really has to
If they
move.
were to win this week, it would be number 12 and 13
Really gotta
number
go.
of athletes
Really gotta
to have won 2 golds on the women's side.
Okay, just too much ice for her.
Only 1 non-Scottish in that group, and that was Kelsey Rock, who skipped 2 different Canadian teams to win back-to-back in 2014
Less ice.
and 2015.
Just less ice.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Oh. What?
Yep, and,
Scotland's been pretty prolific at the World
Yeah.
Juniors, on the women's side anyway.
And it is that stepping stone for youngsters to greater things. When you see them now appearing on the Olympic stage. Anna Hasselberg won the World Juniors in Flims. So just gone on to win Olympic gold. So it's definitely a nice progression.
Okay, that's good.
That's good, Haley.
So just remove the corner guard.
I like one more.
Trying to keep things simple.
Okay. Like you can. That was good. Good speed.
So we're kind of happy to
Yes.
throw the corner guard here and protect the third shot, knowing that
Hold the line. Hard line. Yep, hard line.
can play the double on the yellows and sit 2 later on.
Hard, guys. Get it over. Get it over. Hard over, Lindsay. Hard.
Just going to go over the hog line.
Okay.
It's not. So advantage to Scotland here to keep playing the house now.
Control. Haley. Whoa, 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 whoa. Haley. Yeah, Haley. Side.
Hard, Haley, hard, Haley. Go, go, go. You got it. Go, go, go.
Good, Amy.
Nice, nice. Yeah. Good sweep.
Yeah, like we almost just need to rearrange. Does you want to do this?
So ideally Scotland wanted to roll across there, just to probably guard their own. It does leave a guard that Canada could use to come round.
Yeah, do we ever just like bump them a little with like back 12? Yeah? Just push them? Yeah, just set up back 8 or something. Yeah, back 8. Yeah. Yeah, like that. If it's not setting up good after this one, then we can think about hitting. But I think we
Try to get
Okay.
it too. Let's go.
What do you think for back 8? Do you like that ice for back 8?
I like that. Looks
Okay.
like less.
I think it's max, but
So just having a team discussion there as to would it be better to draw in behind that one
back 4
on the wing or hit and roll.
Close. Whoa.
So they come up with a decision that they would just try and rummel the Scottish stones a wee bit, just tap them back and sit in front of them. But I don't think she's got the weight to tap back.
That's okay, just not enough weight. 14-3.
So it leaves it open for Scotland now to remove.
Yeah. I think we need to catch it. We don't want to catch it too high.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes! Yes!
Hard. Hard.
Yes, go, go, go.
Hard.
Yes, go, Lex.
Go, go, go. Hard. Go, go, go. Hard. Right, Jamie. Go, go, go.
Go, Lex.
Good day, mate.
Plays that nicely and gets a wee roll over.
Perfect. Really nice
I think we
roll.
gotta try this. Go, Peel. Or 9.
Sorry, totally turned it, but
So just a nice wee bump over, and it means now Canada are going to have to open this.
Yeah, I heard you call it on before me, so I knew that you knew.
yeah.
And I was like,
Peel. Close. Whoa.
So they want to remove at least the top Scottish counter, even if they got the roll over, but unfortunately rolls out the house.
I don't mind that. Just biting's good, I think. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, even if you bump them all, I don't mind. Like,
Yeah, centre line's good.
yeah. So I think
Happier there?
I think more. Yeah.
I
for
think
there.
it's the side to be on this side as well, so that you leave on that side so they don't roll behind this.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
better to
So
be
maybe
high.
a bit. Give me half. Yeah. I think just biting 4 is good.
Okay.
It's yeah.
So
Especially
Scotland in a really strong
the
position at this end again to put pressure on the Canadian
Yeah,
skip.
zone 3 is not bad. Yeah, it's better to be on Haley's side.
Okay.
Of centre.
I'm kind of worried about my first one now, because like I know, like I was a little light going that way, but still it curled a ton. And that one, the first one, I felt like I gave it a lot, and they sent back 8 under my hand, and didn't sweep it till halfway, and then I over curled a mile and it was short. So I'm kind of like, okay, do I need
Looking to go just guard here or try and play all bump on the hills.
Okay, line's good.
Yeah, they want to be careful because
3, 4.
they don't want to leave any cover
Good.
for Canada to get a counter behind. So they're happy just to leave this just close to the rings.
Where?
Yep. Wait, where?
Yes!
Because the 2 Scottish counters are sitting well in the house, and
Hard! Go, go, go! Never stop.
they need to bring it a wee bit closer to guard.
Nice.
It's not bad there.
I couldn't hear what zone it was because it's so loud.
I was like, I didn't know if it's going
It's so
or not.
loud, I can't hear a thing.
Because you said you'd rather have it on my side. I didn't want to
Yeah.
overswing it.
No, it's just because if they.
Crowd must be noisy today.
Like just to hear.
Scottish team are saying they can't hear the zone calling. That's when they have to
Okay.
use signals. If it does get too noisy, that they can't hear what's being shouted, they can start using signals. But I think that's where it's communication before the shot's played. As long as the sweepers know where they want it to finish,
Like just there.
then it's a lot easier to
Where are we hitting?
try and judge it.
7/8 high, pretty much nose, like a sliver
this?
on the high side. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty close to nose, eh?
Yeah. Pretty close, yeah.
Got it, okay, let's go.
So Caitlin Jones knows that she needs to get this open. They've got to score at this end, so trying to raise that guard up into the ones in the house.
So this is not about scoring 2, just more about making sure they have a way of scoring their single.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah, definitely. It's not looking good to get a 2 at this end, so they have to make sure at least they're scoring 1. So plays a pretty good shot, removes 2 Scottish counters and pushes 1 back tee.
Right there.
Does leave a centre guard though.
So leave it in the double.
Literally needed to curl an inch more.
I think
Want
the
it
same
like
ice.
5?
I like
See,
6.
Oh, it needed to curl an inch more.
Yeah.
she got an inch more and it would have moved that one off the 4 foot as well. So
Really rode that line.
still advantage to Scotland here. They have the guard and they've got the one in the 4 foot. So if they can come round top 4 here,
Yeah, that's basically
put the pressure on to Canada.
that's what I threw.
So
This is the type of situation where you might be better off leaving it a bit short and going up deep, maybe.
Fine.
Yeah, she certainly doesn't want to be right up to that yellow one because it would give Canada an easier shot. If she can stop top 4, half checked in behind the guard, then Canada are going to have to come down in the other handle and draw the button. So just getting the weight and line right here. But as you say, to err on a certain side, you're better short.
Not really touching it here. Looks pretty good.
The button.
Sit.
Don't want to come too deep, but maybe not too bad there. Has it over curled or is it fully buried?
come that same
Pretty
way.
buried.
Just like half a feet shorter would have been nice, but
It's come a wee bit deep for that.
Curl.
Looks like a pretty
don't
tough
think it's a
shot to
shot.
make for Canada now.
You're not
Yeah, she has to move that. But they were also looking to see, you know, they were saying it was maybe a fraction far, but then the shot on the left there, at the left-hand side of the 4 foot,
Chip this one over enough.
she could have come in off that, but because Scotland has gone as far in, they wouldn't get shot by coming off that back one as easily.
That's all. That's all I see.
Okay.
Is that would
Like that.
you're basically trying to
So
get to
still
like
like-
7/8 of the one and at least move
And then
this
move
an
it up
inch.
a bit.
Yeah. Do you think that's the play?
Yeah.
That's all I
or we
see.
can play like, I don't know.
I think we got to play solid weight to make sure the 8 goes far enough.
Okay. What kind of ice?
Because if she does come to the nose of that top one,
I
she's
think
not going to be
7.5
shot.
is good.
And if
Okay.
she comes to the nose
to
of
get
the
the
back
little
one,
bit
she's
more
not going to be
curl.
shot.
Do you think that's good?
Yeah. I like it. Like you can.
So what is the chance to score
Trying to
then?
get like 7/8 of that yellow and just push their
Not a lot.
push their other.
No, the Scottish stones are placed really quite well. For Canada, you know, a very slight tickle on the top one to go to the back one, but it's virtually impossible to get shot.
Thought maybe it'd be possible to play a heavy draw, catch maybe a third of the top stone, try and roll the shooter a foot, maybe catch enough of the button for the one. It seems like they might be coming off the back one here.
Right off.
Not sure if she'll be able to move that second yellow with this kind of weight. Definitely needs to stick around for second shot here. Will make contact, but will roll out again. A mistake by Caitlin Jones, and another steal of 2 for Scotland. They are certainly running away with this game. 6-0 after 3 ends.
You could scoop the rock to get back forward. You had to try and chip that one side.
And they're making their mistakes. So
you've
take
got
our time.
yeah, you've got your weight really good as well. So are you happy with your stones? Yeah.
I don't think that 6 is too bad. I don't think the 6 is actually that bad.
Yeah. Okay.
So
That's good.
but I've not played it for a draw. Felt quite good.
6.
Line's
Okay,
a bit
Ellie, yours,
tight.
line's good.
This sat down a lot last time.
Line's really good.
5, 4, 5,
6.
6, 5.
Yeah, Amy's.
Okay, we're coming down.
Okay, Haley, go, 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 hard.
5.
It's starting to look
Yeah, you got
like
this.
a
Go, go,
bit
go,
of a
right
blowout
to
here
Now.
as Scotland is playing Canada. It's 6-0 after 3 rounds. We don't see those kind of figures
Just like
very often on the scoreboard when these two giants play each other. No matter which championship, juniors, men's, women's, wheelchair curling, it's always usually quite close fought.
3.
But so far, the Canadians haven't
Good. 2.
Right here.
quite been able to play up to their level. What's been the big difference here, Rona?
I think, to be fair, it's really the skips last stones that have been the difference in the game at the moment.
16-4. Good.
But, you know, Scotland's stone placement's been really good. And just asking the question of Canada, and Canada just not being able to reply right now. But there's a long way to go.
gave that less.
I
I think you're there.
6-point deficit.
You're there.
Certainly a tall task to turn that around.
4. Haley. 5.
But better to
Line's a bit big.
have to do it in 7 ends than 3.
Haley.
It's coming now.
Always Haley.
Well, absolutely. If you're going to go a few down, do it in the first few ends.
Whoa, it's good.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
You're good.
That's 2 good stones.
Yeah, just remember to eat now because we're getting to the.
Just remember to eat now. Is that to us, Xander? Are they telling us to remember to eat?
Make them even.
No, they need to keep their energy levels up just at this time of day. It's kind of mid-afternoon.
Coming.
It is important to keep
A little bit.
hydrated as well. During the game, you can get so focused on the game you're playing and forget.
Usually the air is quite dry as well in curling clubs. We don't like too much humidity, that just equals frost on the ice. So staying out in the curling club for sometimes even 6 or more hours a day if you have 2 games. Like you said, very important to drink enough water.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, Lee. Whoa. Yeah, Lee. Whoa, whoa.
Haley Duff looking for the peel on the corner guard.
Haley.
Nicely played. Hits and rolls out.
So Carly Burgess just
Line's good.
Canada have got 1 corner guard up,
Line's good.
so they're putting a second one up. Want to try and have it level with the other one, so Scotland can't lift the 2 of them at once.
Yeah, part over, Chris. Part even. They're not going to be even, so. Okay.
What I did last time, because I was really scared.
So Scotland just remove this corner guard and roll over.
Pia.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Lee. Lee. I think we're good. Hey, you're good. You're good.
Good,
So
Haley.
peels that away nicely.
Haley.
It's very early in the game for Scotland to kind of hit for home, but they certainly don't want stones in play that can be a hindrance to them and a benefit to Canada, so they're quite happy just to hit and run.
Line's good. I like the same.
Halfway.
Line's perfect.
Well, Scotland can really, they could afford to give up a 2. My math is not completely off if they actually give away a 2, score a 1, give away a 2, so on. Throughout the game, they still win by 1.
Yeah, but they don't want to think like that.
This one now.
They'll just be quite happy to force a 1 here.
That one's very, very. Okay. Like this.
I think as well, you know, it's important to play the scoreboard, and sometimes you get so caught up in the game you're playing, you forget what the scoreboard is.
Sorry.
That's what I mean.
Take your time.
just play a little bit simple. Make Canada make their shots to score their 2. Don't be too cheeky and let 3 or 4 into play. And definitely doing a very good job of peeling these corner guards, not leaving Canada anything. So Canada having it all to do themselves
Or straight around.
to get something going.
Okay. It's like 15.
Yeah.
So just ignoring the Scottish stones here and going to draw around their corner guard. They need to try and force an error out of Scotland. They just need that 1 error and they get their 2.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's close. Wait for line. Wait for line. Line's good. Want to go soon. We're there. Line's perfect. Lindsay, close. Line's good. Line's perfect. Line's perfect. I have 14-3. It's over curling. Sit. Sit down. Okay.
Can you see it all?
Right, thanks, Chadge.
Do you like control or body?
I don't mind control.
Wait, what?
So just asking Amy what she can see from the hack
If you get the guard, spin it. It'll be fine as well.
Yeah.
so they can decide what weight to play. She's saying she can see half of it. But the important thing here, if you don't catch the shot in the house, that you actually remove the guard.
Control.
Yep. Yep.
Hardly.
Hard.
Oh, it's one of those ones. You do you up earlier and just make sure you clear the guard. Instead, they've left the guard.
Yep. Yep.
I wasn't sure what you meant.
10 and a half. Okay.
And I was
Or
like,
10. Oh, yeah.
Very unlucky.
do you mean body?
I meant control because I was like,
That's why I was
if
like,
you
what?
catch the guard, it's fine.
Yeah, no, I
It
just,
take the skid. It just didn't do either. Go to it like you can. Hair down. Close. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Close. Whoa. Yeah, hard. Hard. Hey. Not bad.
So it's finishing a good spot there. It's not easy for Scotland to remove that, so they'll just remove this winger.
It's like dead in front of it, so.
Control?
Yep. Just want a little blunder.
Yeah.
Rebecca Morrison, 100% so far for the game. So as we said,
Haley, go.
the difference at the moment.
Haley, go hard. Haley, really hard. Go,
But
go,
they're
go,
working this one hard.
Go hard, Haley.
Well, a miss had to come at some point, I guess. But it's a pretty big one.
That'd probably be our best bet.
Doesn't make contact at all here.
It was going out the whole way. Like it was
Like come across
Yeah,
it.
so a couple of errors slipping in here from Scotland, just to give Canada that glimmer of hope of building up a big end.
Do you think it'll go or not?
I think
Like,
so.
going across the face. So.
I think so. I think here.
Okay.
I like that. Because even if we straight,
Yep, like you can, Kate.
I wonder if you're rolling or I'm rolling.
just split it so that we can open up the back
Are we
one.
hitting Lindsay's high side and rolling? Or
Lindsay's high side and rolling.
Okay, so I take shooter.
Yeah. So what kind of weight do you think? We're throwing back 8,
I like 14.
back 4,
I like 14.
14?
Yeah. 13-8. Let's go.
Do you like that ice or do you think I'm a little bit more?
Well, the rock is high, so.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
I kind of like that. 13-8. Let's go.
You see Caitlin Jones playing 33%. It's been a rough start to the game through the first 3 ends.
Back 12.
Chance here though to improve on the stats and the scoreline as well. Looking for the split on their own red stone here. I was a little bit surprised to not see them just play the run back and sit 3.
Yeah, I think she thought, well, if she splits it, at least it would open the shot.
Take these two. I think.
Just over curled on her a wee bit.
Yeah, just
so
have nose.
Yeah.
Give me a
does it leave a double for Scotland here?
Yeah. So I think give me there.
Yeah, tight's fine.
I thought I knew.
They're working that really hard to hold it to get a better split in that top red. Just skimmed off it.
Three
Take
quarters.
these two.
It's too bad that roll as far as hit it a hair thicker and it's perfect. All good. Good weight. Just really good start.
Close.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa! Wait! Whoa! Whoa!
Sounds pretty close here. 1-2, there we go. Always better to miss the first one, make the double on your second,
Where do you want
rather than
Oh, Scottish
your
fans are enjoying it. There was silence after our first one.
I think it is falling out a little bit on that hand if you go onto it.
Like if you jump it.
So a nice
like-
double take out. Because Canada didn't manage to split with that first stone there, it makes this one slightly harder for her.
Like, can you afford
I'm
to
not
throw
sure
like a-
about curl, like center line, crossing center. Like I don't know.
Okay. Because ideally we throw like a 10, 5, 11.
Do you guys like 10 and a
but-
half?
What?
10 and a half?
10 and a half, 11, I think. Whatever you like.
What do we think? There.
Okay, with a 10, 5?
I think 11.
Okay. 11?
Yeah.
Okay. 11.
So just looking to
I think
tap the
11.
yellow back.
I like that.
Just because I don't really know what it's gonna do.
Still a bit of,
And I just think with 10-5.
you know, they're in the fourth end of the game and there's
I like 11.
still some confusion as to what the ice is really doing down here.
Go, you get it.
They're not confident anyway.
Straight release.
last stone of the fourth end. Really important to make this one for a score of 2 over curl, and it's another steal for Scotland.
Whoa!
Lindsay.
Lindsay!
Sounds pretty close now, needing to
All the way over.
finish this off a little bit, needing a little bit of extra curl to try and stick around. Will make contact but doesn't sit for 2. It's only the 1. But Canada will score for the first time in this game. They'll be trailing, however, 1-6 after 4 ends.
What was that?
11-2, good throw.
Okay.
Just
thought it
didn't
was
move there.
down.
Yeah,
It was only
yeah.
saying 11-5, but still.
Okay.
So we like 2 centers.
Yeah.
Yeah, all out steal.
Yeah.
Got to steal.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, no, that was a better end.
Yeah, let's just keep building one steal at a time.
Yeah, let's go.
Then they're going to go all out for the steal, so it might be hard. But
Just a 3. 2. Line's really moving. Kristen, really got to go line. 3. It's really moving. Leave it high if it's not there.
Okay.
Just tight.
Yeah.
Centre guard from Canada to get this 4th end underway. 6-1 lead for Scotland.
Think you can go.
8.
Haley! Haley, whoa, look
8.
there. 6.
5.
It's coming now.
So a different tactic now. Scotland are up in the game and Canada up the centre guard. So Scotland just drawing to the wing.
Hard girls, go, go,
Want
go.
to keep the play away from the
Hard
centre.
all the way, go, go, go.
That's a good shot there.
Well swept.
Good sweep, Amy.
Sat down a bit in the middle, but it carried.
Good 20 on it, she was quite close.
Yeah, I had 22. Oh, it's in 20 as well.
Lots of line this time. 2. Line's better. Lots of line. Line's okay. Where is it? 2. Go easy, easy. Sit.
Sit down.
Okay, good. 17-2.
Looking to line the centre guards up here with as much separation as possible. There's a bit of an angle. Not perfectly separated, but a double
She's playing right around.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get a turn.
won't be too easy for Scotland on the centre guard. Still not allowed to remove them though. The free guard zone very much in play still. The 4 rock
6.
rule. We'll have to wait one more before starting
Okay, good.
to peel those red stones in front of the house.
It's hanging out.
5.
So looking to come around, take control of the forfeit.
6.
Amy, it's going now.
That's where this is a key shot for a lead to be top tee here and
Yep,
not
you can
go
go.
back.
Yep, go, go,
So
go.
it gives
hard.
Canada something to freeze.
Hard, go, 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 go.
That's a great shot there.
Easy.
Yeah, super weight control. Puts that in the perfect spot.
That's good.
Makes it hard for Canada to get into the button. Caitlin Jones will call for a freeze from Carolia Burgess.
T. Line's good. No line. Back 4. Line's good. Back 4. Around it. Top 4. Coming down. Yep, go Chris.
Lindsay in, Lindsay in, Lindsay in.
Yes. Hard, right to it, right to it, right to it.
Just trying to bring it in on top of the Scottish
Really
stone.
nice. Good.
Yeah, that's a really good shot there.
Looking down.
Scotland will just want to clear the front now. Try and lift both these guards at once.
Cross face.
Yeah, with the back.
Maybe, or it might pick their top red.
I
think it might jam into their top red. Like their one that's sitting way put.
I can't really tell from here. Yeah,
So I just taken this one.
just a single.
Even a double peel here on the guards isn't bad if it does jam on the one in the house, because then everything's wide open. But they've just called the top peel.
Good, Haley.
Good, Haley.
Lays that perfectly.
Nice. It like almost looked like it moved back a little.
2, 3. 2. Where? 2, 3. 2. Coming down. Center, Chris. Oh, Chris close. 1. Hard, guys. Hard. Hard. Hard, hard, hard. Over and up,
Working
over
this
and up.
over hard. They want to keep
Okay.
some distance so it's not an easy double rip of the guards.
Because your 4 has stopped short every time.
That's good. If anything, you want to over curl it a bit. So
Well, that's good.
Peel.
So Hayley Duff has been peeling well so far in this game.
Yeah.
Well, well.
Fine. Oh.
Good.
Does that nicely.
Nice, Haley.
So difficult when the camera's on that side.
Good end.
Lots of line. 3. Lots of line. 2, 3. 2. Lots of line. Step hard. Right beside it. Okay. 16-4.
So Canada didn't get the separation there between the guards. They've just left a slightly easier double for Scotland.
Get there.
I think the single's fine, isn't it? Are you going for both?
I'm not sure at the minute. Are we going for 1 or 2?
What?
Is it single or double?
Yeah, they're level.
You can't get the double, Sophia.
Okay.
A little bit of a miscommunication here.
They're red.
The most important thing is not to blow past both the reds. You end up clipping the Canadian stone and your shot stone in the back.
I like this.
That's why I was a little surprised they're peeling on the out turn on the previous shot. Could have thrown the in turn if you go past it. You would have peeled that other guard. Nosing the guard, of course, never a good option.
down.
Yeah. White.
Hard! Hard! Go hard!
Roll away.
Hard.
Thanks.
Does roll away. Does open it up.
One more.
Left a
Okay.
corner on ours.
I think so. Or
At some point, Canada will have to come in
yeah.
and move that yellow shot stone.
Okay.
Let's go. Just try to cross.
Trying to wait
Yeah,
as
I asked
long
right
as
there
possible.
once.
Not to leave Scotland too many chances, too much time of dealing with that situation.
3.
It's not bad.
15-8.
This way.
So it's not a bad result there, but Canada's guards are a wee bit of separation, but Scotland could lift.
You can see right through the middle. I think same ice for Kate though.
They could lift a double on the other hand.
If you were to hit that heavy, do you not spin your own?
Can you see there?
I've got like,
But you can see that.
yeah. I've got like half our yellow.
You'd have to come this way.
Yeah, I think you have to come that way, because if you come that way, you're not catching enough of it on this side.
So I go down.
But yeah, I'm thinking like a down weight.
Or do you prefer the guards?
I don't think you can play a down weight because the guards are so close. Yeah, but I'm worried that if you hit it heavy, do you not just spin your back one out?
Come see it.
Don't have a look. Maybe if you spun both, it's actually all right. Like if you spin the red and the yellow. Yeah, well, if we're all right.
I think you'd have to come at it that way, maybe. Because that way's tough.
That way's tight. I can see edge to edge on our yellow, so there is room, but it's tough. I don't know. I'm happy
I
with
just
straight
think by the
peel if
time
you want.
But I'm just worried because see if you go for this
Yeah.
and get that,
Yeah.
you could go into there. So.
Like, I don't mind just doing this because we're sitting shot and they have to make the play, but I think this is a good chance to move it.
At the same time, we're lying shot. And
Yeah.
then
I'm happy to call time if
What do
you
you
want.
think?
Either that or we literally come round here. Or how are they getting that out, that yellow out?
The only way is if either they run on that or
Yeah.
through this gap. But
See
Yeah.
if you were to hit that and spin both of them out.
huh?
See if you were to just come down and
It's just really bad.
But
if we hit
it's
that
quite
guard.
tight because you're going to have to come this way at it, I think. And then, so it's quite hard. Like,
If you get past that, you're going to be ticking it. But then if you're playing that, are you all right with
well,
just
I was
doing
worried that if you caught too much of it, you're just going to go into
Do you
that.
want to call the time?
It's a bit early.
It's-
I don't think there's any point.
I
But
think we either try it or you...
Do we have to hit something or do we just draw to here or throw one there?
Well,
I mean, we're lying just now, so it's not a bad
if you're
situation.
happy with...
I don't mind scoring.
Yeah, I think that's...
If you don't mind scoring, I almost don't mind coming here. Just to try and stop
Swing
that.
it right round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you need to try and get right around because you don't want to leave something.
Yeah, you can't leave it high, that's the thing.
You need to be right
What's the
buried.
best then?
What if you... Can you come through here?
What do you feel more comfortable playing?
My
The draw or that?
first shot thought was coming this way, but that's difficult.
I don't like that.
I think actually doing this is a lot safer.
I think just here.
Yeah.
If you do that, you're stopping the run.
If they make that, they're setting 2.
They'll probably leave it open though, because you're going to have to hit it a little bit high.
Okay.
I think...
Come round here.
I think just...
Here's really good. And
If you just sit here,
if we can ever
it's really
corner
good.
face that.
Yeah. 4?
Yeah. 4, 5's fine.
Zone 4.
I
Then
think
we're
we're
gonna
literally
come right now.
coming to centre.
So what way are we going?
Becca, are we going through the port? Okay. I thought we were
Certainly
swinging
lots
right
of discussion.
If you come this way,
For
you
this
can't
one.
leave it high.
That's okay. I like that.
Still discussion.
Okay. Do you all like that?
Short, then it's fine.
Yeah, a lot of indecision here, and I think they've got to really look at the scoreboard. They're 5 up. They have last stone, so even scoring a 1 here, they're then 6 up at the halfway break. So I think they just, a clear of the guards for me would be the sensible shot.
Well, they were saying they were quite happy to score a 1 and thinking that playing this shot will secure them that, but
Okay, it's coming now.
I see your point, Rona. Trying to keep it open.
Yeah, because if they put up this guard and,
Whoa.
they're happy with this shot to come in and sit front ring, but if Canada raised that red straight back,
Good, Amy.
they would lie too, and Scotland have just guarded it, so they would get themselves in trouble.
Interesting.
It's always, you've got to look at what you're leaving your opposition. And if Canada did make that raise, Scotland would be in a bit of trouble.
Okay, and
I
then
think
leave
the
the
hard
six
finish
if
will
we
be
have
that,
to.
yeah.
Okay.
Do you like that?
Yeah, finish is good.
Yeah.
What do you think for a time?
It
I think
doesn't-
here.
Yeah, I think we'll just have to wait for it.
Okay.
Looks like Canada will ignore all the options discussed by Scotland and actually play the straight draw through the port.
Strapple 4.
The guards on the left, as we saw it, coming right around everything.
I think like a 14-3 should be good here.
Just through that port on the right-hand side. Down onto the forfeit. Can even afford to be in the back of the 4 here. Just try and get buried for shot stone. It'll be tough to get to for Scotland.
Let's go, Kate. 14.5's fine too.
Tough shot here, though.
It's difficult to know what to do. Line only!
Yeah, Dave! Gotta go! Mine's good. Back 12! Where?
Back 8.
Back 8!
So line and weight, really important here.
Line only!
Caitlin Jones want to be in the 4 foot.
Hard!
Oh, and they left that too late for the sweeping.
13-8, yeah, it would have been back, so.
Yeah, didn't really want to sweep it. Felt like they had enough weight.
Nah, I think this way. Well, I'll go see what it looks like from down here, but I think I'd rather play this hand if I can.
Sometimes hard
Need
to
more ice.
decide
Yeah.
what to do.
Because that still would have been back. And
Tried to get as cute to the guard as possible.
Yeah.
Because I have 13-8.
A bit too
so it would've
cute.
been back 4, back 8, and still didn't even.
Control.
Yeah.
A little roll-in's really good.
Yeah.
Right to forfeit.
Yeah, you can hear Scott saying they want to roll in, and it is important they don't leave a shot for Canada to hit and roll off. So Rebecca Morrison's had a great game so far.
Slow it down.
Nothing. Close though.
Whoa!
Okay, leave.
Trying to make this curl and get the inside. It has rolled, but does it leave Canada a shot?
I think it probably rolled far enough there.
That's good there.
Slightly underneath cover of the guard.
Is it quite tough to get the inside of that?
Yeah. Don't think you can.
Oh, just
That's the
enough
only way to
there
get
when you see
shot.
that line.
Do you ever just go through the hole and throw peel and do you get a double there?
Is that hole even there?
Do you think that hole's there or no?
I think so. It's small. It's real tight.
I mean, I think this one's easier though.
What?
Either
But then
that,
again,
We're not getting shot with that one.
I was just thinking come across the top. Then it opens everything.
I think
It's either the one or the hole.
I think we play the one. I don't know if the hole's there.
what about the 6?
We're not getting shot with that. The 3's always just sitting on top.
But if you hit this high side, it'll roll under, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but then you don't have enough steam to get the 7 going.
It looks a lot. The hole looks a lot better from the hat.
Yeah, I think we're safer if we run in
Okay.
one of our own,
Let's play
right?
it, yeah.
Because like I'd rather not.
Okay.
Okay, where do we have to hit it?
Okay.
3/4.
There's pretty close.
So
Close
just
to the
half,
one.
3/4.
Yeah, pretty close to 3/4.
Okay.
Between 3/4 and 7/8.
What kind of weight do you
basically.
think then? Like 9.5?
Oh, I think you got to throw a peel to make sure they go, but
The hole looks so big
could throw
from
a
down
9.
here.
Okay.
I think.
What?
I said the hole looks so
I
big
don't mind
from down
peel.
here. I know.
Okay, do you want to? Your
think it's
intern
just
should
'cause
run, but this is also where it
where
goes. So what kind of
The
ice
guards
do you
are
think?
so separated.
I'm thinking here.
Okay, I was thinking that's max.
Do you ever call
but
it time?
Okay, here.
yeah,
No.
I don't think so.
like you can. Kate.
I think I like this.
Okay, yeah,
like,
I
we
do.
have a big target.
Yeah.
It's just 3/4, I think.
So thinking that running the guard on the right-hand side might not leave them enough momentum on the redstone in the house to make the double on the Eels. Not even enough a shot. I think it'd probably be enough to lie shot, but they're running this other guard in instead. I would definitely get the Yellows going.
Make it, Kate. Nice and straight here.
Might lead them sit 2 as well and buying cover. Pretty tough shot. They definitely need a bit of magic here, Team Canada.
Whoa! Curl.
Off of our red.
Whoa!
Curl.
Let it come up. Curl.
What you got here? 1 and just enough for
Okay.
second shot.
Are we shot?
I don't know.
Well, it looked a bit magical.
And if you
The end result,
mix it high side ever so that you don't ever touch that.
not as
Yeah,
great.
Yep, very close.
just hair more.
Use it to curl it.
Just curled a fraction more. It would have been a great
Almost
shot.
spun in for shot too.
Ah, shoot.
But leave Scotland lying 1 and a chance to draw for 2.
It's got to be full forfeit.
We'll need to navigate past the top yellow and the top 12.
Right, it's Leanne. Go for
Needs a good chunk of that red forfeit circle. All tight for line here. I think this one's going to be all over that stone.
There.
Might even over curl it
You might be able to get it. No.
through the port.
Fuck.
Oh, I wonder if it might just move their own shot stone a little bit. They have.
I'll let you look first.
That is
That one away.
Yeah, I'm going to shift that.
Yeah.
potentially a bit of a disaster of a shot there.
I think it's yellow.
Rebecca Morrison, what have you done?
I don't mind measuring, I
You want
guess.
to
Just
measure, but-
Yeah, she was way tight of line the whole way there.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of information, so.
Yeah.
May as well.
Do we just go or do we
Yeah, when you guys go.
It should be them by a mile. They said the rings
Awesome.
off.
You have asked for a measure.
Oh well.
If there's any doubt, then there is well to get a measuring.
I said it's them by a mile.
She thinks it's
Get
a
the umpire on.
They told me the
These
rings
are
were off,
literally-
so I'll just.
Maybe I'll have an extra
A
break.
centimeter more, maybe.
Yeah. What?
Mine just needed to curl like literally a centimeter more.
this close.
There's a bit of danger there from Scotland because they didn't need to go near that shot at all. They were trying to draw the other side of the 4 foot.
Canada seems to believe it is Scotland lying shot for sure. But desperate times calls for desperate measures.
Very funny. It's not a desperate measure, it's a true measure. Just see what the dial says.
But quarter way around and nothing on the red. So 1 for Scotland indeed, and they'll lead this game 7 shots to 1 after 5 ends, which also marks the halfway point. Half-time, both teams will have a 5-minute break. We'll have some highlights for you before the 6th end gets underway. Stay tuned here in Curl Aberdeen. Canada playing Scotland in the first end. A complete miss by Canadian skip Caitlin Jones leaves a draw for Scotland, and Rebecca Morrison, no problems there, finds the back of the forfeit for 2. Great start for the Scots at home in Aberdeen.
Yeah, top 4.
10.
In the second end,
Down last time and I wasn't as positive.
Scotland line 3. Canada needing the nose hit to score 1, but rolls out, leaves a steal of 2 for Scotland. They double their lead to 4-0. More trouble for the Canadians in the third end. Again facing a couple of yellows. And this time again rolling out Caitlin Jones. Another steal of 2 for Scotland. 6-0 after 3. And with a couple of singles up on the board, it's a 7-1 game through 5 ends. And taking a look elsewhere in the Curl Aberdeen arena today, we'll have USA playing Turkey just next to our featured sheet. They're tied at 3 each. Norway is playing Sweden, and it's the Norwegians 1 up on Sweden, 3-2. Tied game between China and Russia as well. They're tied at 4. And then we have Switzerland playing Republic of Korea. It is the South Koreans to lead that game 7 shots to 2.
So do we have a handle on the speed for draws? Do we know what we're doing?
Well, it should be like 14.
Oh, sorry.
Huh? 15?
So no.
I think 14 and a half.
Okay. Same everywhere? Inside out, outside in?
Inside out. Well, I don't know. I noticed inside out turn, they really came out, like, stop. I'm suspicious. Like, every single one of her 4 rock has come up shorter than quick.
Okay.
Like, it's.
I noticed that. Yeah. I mean, the one of them you just didn't throw, the corner guard, but a lot of them I've noticed are coming up short. So just give that one an extra 2 pounds. So really,
Does it say A on it?
Yeah, it does.
Good. Just stick in. And
Yeah.
smile, we're all happy for you.
I'm
Which is
smiling.
excellent.
I'm happy.
Yeah. Thank you. That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
Just try and keep focus.
I've been very smiley.
Camera's action.
When we go like early to like go, so when it's like a measure.
The stat does show the scoreboard somewhat. Scotland playing at 72% to Canada's 64%. Well, they're pretty much better all over. Not playing too many draws though today. They've been playing them well. 7-1 the score.
9.
As Canada plays Scotland here in Curl Aberdeen, in Aberdeen, Scotland, for the World Junior Curling Championships 2018. My name is Sam Dirrelwug and I'm joined by Rona Howie, Olympic champion and curling know-it-all.
Curling know-it-all. That's a new name.
It's been a one-sided affair so far through 5 ends.
Yep, it has so far, but Canadian lead there, 95% for her game today, and
Felt all there.
they just need to keep plugging away and get stone placement right.
She's a new player on this team as well as the skip. Carly Burgess and Christine Clark, really the only 2 members left of this
What'd you get? 14.
team that won the World Juniors 2 years ago. Lindsay coming in to replace Janique LeBlanc.
Yep.
Lindsay being the cousin of Carly Burgess, the second.
Control game.
Close.
Whoa. Amy.
They needed a new lead and Carly said, we need Lindsay.
Whoa, clean.
Yep, Amy.
So she's in. I'm doing quite well in this game.
So by slipping into the house, it allowed Scotland to
It hung out.
remove it from play, so Canada will try and go short this time.
Line's good. 2. Lots of line. It's really moving. Lots of line. Lots of line. Still got lots of line. Hard, Chris. Hey, that's good. 17. That didn't move well on that side.
So Scotland now on to second players. So they're able to remove this guard from play. Hayley Duff. She's from Forfar.
Yeah.
Actually born in Auckland in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Whoa. You're good. Good, Haley.
Nice, Haley.
Well, we do play curling in New Zealand as well. Naisby.
Dunedin as well. The curl there too.
And there's a few that play the game in the traditional way as
Line a
well.
little tight.
In the outdoor frozen
1, 2.
lakes.
I was in New Zealand in December time, but it was their summer, so it was too hot for any outdoor curling.
Yep, keep going, keep going.
So yeah, Canada just persevering here, trying to put up the corner guard. Trying to force Scotland to make an error with their peeling.
A little short on her guards. She always bangs her guards.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's better than being in, but
Yeah, but still, I agree. Control up!
Go, Amy.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Lead. Good. Nice.
Good, Haley.
Nice peel there from Hayley.
all right, just give this one a little more.
Tight!
Lindsay in.
2. Line's good.
We gotta go.
Line's good. Hard over. Hard over. Line's perfect.
Yeah, just Canada persevering with these guards, trying to move them about a bit to force an error from Scotland.
Yeah! Whoa, whoa!
So Amy McDonald, a student
Queen! Yep, Haley! Haley,
in
go,
Glasgow.
go, go.
Good, Amy. Nice.
Nice peel from her.
batter throw it like a center guard.
She's from Elgin, from their junior curling club, and she's got her young fans in to support her today. So they'll be happy with the performance so far from Scotland.
It'll be interesting to see how many ends Canada will try and get back in this game. If they can't pick up a 2 here, it is 6 ends minimum to be played, but you are allowed to concede the game before the 10 ends. Sometimes early on in a competition, you'll see teams play a few more ends, even if they don't think they'll win, just to get a better feel for the ice and maybe end on a high note. But certainly Canada needs to start picking up a few points here to have a realistic chance.
Right out, go.
Just enough to roll out there.
Yeah, they just really need 1 error and they can get their 2. But it's perseverance, isn't it, when you're 6 down and you're trying everything to get back in the game.
Roll farther.
Can be quite demoralizing.
Like on this side of center?
Yeah, like just like edge of the button, basically.
Like here? Yeah. I think I like the same side though.
Okay. Okay.
All right, you got it. Let's go.
Same weight here.
Good.
2.
3. Mine's good. Go sit. Sit. That'll be good. I have 15-8.
Oh wow.
So small.
I think let's get you it down. So.
Okay.
Yeah, 15-8.
It's not as straight here
Okay.
as it is out wide.
That was almost a 16.
Peeling it.
Just peel.
Yep.
Queen. Yes. Whoa. Yes. Whoa.
Rebecca Morrison will continue her good game with a peel.
Yeah.
It'll be very tough for Canada to score 2 now. They would need a complete miss on Morrison's last stone.
Yeah. Like you can.
Good.
This is as far wide as possible. Yeah. Okay. I think the side's harder to hit on because it's so curly off the board. Yeah, I'm thinking like a 14-3 because it's going to curl so much. Do you think we should give more ice a bit? I don't mind that.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, let's go, Kate.
Made some big errors early on in the game.
Lindsay, close.
He's also been faced with some tough ones.
Switch.
And again, not a great setup for the Canadian skip here in the 6th end. Nowhere to draw to but the open house.
Right over here.
Yeah, and I think with the lead stones coming into the house rather than creating that guard and cover, it allowed Scotland just to hit for the whole end.
14-9.
I was thinking we were going to run out of rings and throw.
That's good. 14-9.
Oh, wow. Control. Sticking around here is good.
So, Rebecca Morrison, 21-year-old from Aberdeen.
Yeah,
Just
plays,
needs to remove this from play.
Yeah, clean, yeah.
plays here. Fame's here.
Yep.
Would be probably nice to be playing a World Championship in your home club.
Yeah, go, go, go.
Absolutely.
Not something a lot of players get the chance to do. Of course, when you get to play World Juniors, you might be hoping to go somewhere exotic, go to Canada or
Absolutely.
go on a trip. But if you can't do that, might as well play in a place where you feel at home and you're familiar. Big advantage.
Sorry? I don't think so.
And as well, they get the home support is coming. You know, they get more support than they would travel if they were abroad. So it's always good to have that support.
Just want to take one? Want to take one? Sure. I'm just what do you think?
At least they don't need to worry about
It really matters at this point.
any food that they're eating when it's
We
normal
can play
Scottish food in
control for
Aberdeen.
the other two if you want.
She's like, let's just take one, I guess. I don't know. Okay.
Right there, appeal.
Doesn't seem like Canada's too optimistic about their own chances in this game. Just kept asking Kristen Clark if they should take one. Clark responding saying, well, don't really think it matters by this point. And in the end, played a hit last on your sixth end. Still wasn't sure quite if they were looking for the blank or to sit for one.
That's fine.
They will take the one anyway. So another point up on the scoreboard for Canada.
Yeah, she was
Okay.
7-2 after six ends in favour of Scotland.
Okay. Let's just play a really good end of like trying to steal.
Yeah, let's just pick a
Just a really nice tight three.
Okay.
Center line up.
Yeah,
One.
I'm good with that.
Okay, let's go.
Honestly, yeah, I kind of hate having hammers.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Tight. Kristen, hold it out, hold it out. Just three. Really over curling. Really moving. Over curling.
Okay. 16.
Okay.
Seventh underway, and again Canada will be looking to throw some guards, get some offense going, now needing to steal a few points.
Kind of like a hack. Yeah.
Yeah, we heard them say, let's just try and steal at this end. Just work hard and get the guards up and go for the steal.
Okay, we're up. Waist play up.
One win, one loss so far for Scotland, looking solid to pick up another win today.
Whoa, Amy,
I believe only 6 teams in the women's competition has ever won the gold at home. Last time that happened was in 2013. Alina Kovalyeva won gold for Russia at home in Sochi. Has to be a nice feeling.
Yeah, definitely. But as you say, when you win a championship in your own country, it's the excitement of going abroad, especially if it's Canada or anywhere really now, you know. Whether it would be China, Russia, Canada. Youngsters love to get that opportunity to go and represent their country abroad.
Over and off. Over and off.
I know when I played my first World Juniors, I was at Perth Ice Rink. Exactly 1 year after I'd played the Perth Masters, so it wasn't that new to me.
Oh well.
And then the next year, I was announced to be in Östersund, Sweden, so just a wee drive.
On your doorstep.
Wasn't too exciting.
When I won the Scottish Ladies, I ended up going to Worlds in Glasgow. So, yes, I know what it feels like to be on home turf. And it is special because of the crowd and the support. But there's just that small part of you that likes to go abroad.
4. Amy, hard. 5.
But I suppose nowadays youngsters, they're travelling more to competitions to gain experience, so they're actually getting the international experience more than we used to.
Might be travelling more on a private basis as well, just with how the world's evolving. It's easier to travel now than back in the day anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Or do you want to try that? Sure. Why not?
Scotland missing the tick shot on the first one, but makes a nice draw in around.
I think we gotta I was thinking just like back
Are they
four.
to keep that yellow in? Back four?
Couple of nice centre guards
Just
from
back button then.
Lindsay.
Yeah, I don't think Canada needs to be too greedy. They don't need to really move it. Even if they just come up and freeze, half check it, it's perfect.
Back line.
Lots of line.
It's coming down.
Lots of line.
It's really gonna curl.
Chris? Yeah, Chris.
Oh, it's picked something up and changed direction
Okay.
and stopped.
Cool.
Cool.
Being kicked while you're down.
It's another wee guard that can be used. It was heavy anyway.
It's not very often it picks and then goes the other way. Usually you get a bit more curl.
Not even good for an in-off corner.
The first pick I've seen so far.
Yeah, and you sometimes hear the skip shouting clean. Just yeah, they keep it clean.
Yeah, go hard. Come on, center line. Go hard.
Oh, a miss from Scotland, but well, knows their own shot, so at least improves it a wee bit in the forfeit there.
Back four.
Yeah, at least it's top tee now on the tee line. So
Could you not appeal that on the intern though?
Yeah, back like 6.
You've got the other guard instead. But she's been playing those out turn peels well, so
she has. She's played them really well all game, Hayley. So I suppose you would be confident giving her that hand, but yeah. When there's two guards to peel, you make sure you get one of them.
when you have a pickup, it feels fair to get a miss from your opponent on the next one, but not really able to capitalise here. Canada needed to come down and maybe move that yellow shot stone.
I guess I got 16.
If anything, leaves another guard for Canada.
Yeah, we're back to this, Scotland are 5 up again. They've got last stone advantage. They just need to keep it clear. Even if they draw for one at the end of the end, they're still getting that advantage. So they've just got to keep peeling guards.
Yeah. Hard, Amy.
Go.
Hard. Yeah. Hard, Lee.
Good aim.
Good.
So peels the top one. So Canada really need to get the pressure on to Scotland now and get in.
We can split center. Still try.
I think we play that now.
Yep. You want to try like actually hitting it or still?
Yeah.
Yep. Like 12?
If Canada actually left that Scottish stone there, if Scotland then try and peel the guards and take the double, it would jam on that one in the
Did
house.
you say 12 or back 12?
12.
I like that. That's good, because I was thinking that's really skinny ice for back 12.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
You can hear Canada kind of processing this. What looks to be a loss already in the game.
12.
But when they said we're going to go for it and really go for the steal, I'm surprised that they're moving this out the ring. Start freezing things in the house and try and play about a wee bit.
Does get past the guards, does bump up that yellow 6-shot stone, but in the open, over
Yeah.
curls.
Scotland will be happy with that result. So yeah, I'd like to have seen Canada playing a few freezes in the ones in the house just to try and build up that steal.
Control.
Whoa.
Haley.
Yeah, go hard.
Hard, Haley. Right over.
Really
right
good,
over.
go, Haley.
Go. Hard. Go.
Okay, whoa.
Wait. No roll.
Sorry, Amy.
Okay.
Rolled right across. So, opportunity for Canada to come round these centre guards. Top 4.
What do you like?
What?
What side do you like?
I think I like this side. I've thrown this path more.
Okay, let's go.
Can I have a hair less? Yeah. Okay. It's like 14-8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Get the
Back
clock
four.
up on the screen.
Back 4. Lots of line.
Looking for
Back 8.
a hog-to-hog switch for in around 14 and a half to 15 seconds
Whoa, you're off it.
for T-line. That's the second hog line, the blue one. 13-4, that sounds pretty heavy, and that's why they're looking to chip off this corner guard, and look at that. Perfect result, and well skipped
13-5.
by Caitlin Jones.
I thought we were going to be by all day, sorry. What'd you think?
Yep, that was well called there. The sweepers communicated it was heavy, so they used the red to come in off. Scotland just need to keep focusing on peeling and clearing that front. Still the third player stones. The double peel's on.
I think we come right to it.
Becca!
Okay, just yeah.
Where is this?
What?
Where is it?
I can't hear you.
Go up, Amy.
Where is it? I was asking where their back one is.
It's top tee.
Yeah. We were saying, like, we don't mind freezing it, but because I can't see nothing. Is that a jam, that peel?
Probably just a peel then, because
I don't mind. I said I don't mind. I said I don't mind what to play.
So this doesn't jam, I guess.
No.
She's looked at it.
Again, it's play the scoreboard. Scotland are 5 up. A score of 1 here is good enough for them.
Yes! Yep.
And the double peel looks quite good, so
Gotta go hard!
yeah, hard in the roll. Thanks. Sorry.
just takes the top one off.
I don't hate that! Yeah, we just gotta make sure we're buried.
We did right. Well, it's hard to bury in it. As soon as we're tight, it'll go past the center line.
Yeah, shorts tolerance here.
Yeah.
This Chris's
We
time
know
on
this
that,
path.
remember?
I think we gotta give here.
Okay, I like that.
Okay. Just because yours didn't
Like you
curl.
can, Kate.
Coming right in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I think 14 and a half.
Yeah.
Is that smidge, boy? Even 14-8 is good here, Kate. Let's make this good.
Shorts tolerance here, let's go.
Get the raw clock up again. 13-4 is definitely not what they're looking for. They were saying 14-8 is even good enough with some sweeping. So maybe around 14 and a half should be pretty close for T-line. Now the line becoming a problem. Needing to sweep this one to get it past the guard. It's just not too bad for weight, just over curled a wee bit. 14-7.
14-7.
It's close.
Ah, that was so
But
close.
what else?
I don't know if they've moved that, if you can get that now.
So good.
Yeah, the weight was good. The only reason we were 9
might
is
be
because they
able
set
to.
back 8.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Guys,
I don't know actually. It's pretty tight.
if not, if you just want to play that, it's fine.
I don't like that because if
Okay.
you catch that.
How
and
about
just-
taking it over the top?
Yeah, but that, do you think? Yeah. So that's
Can't
like
see a lot of it.
here.
You see like
Maybe
that.
there.
Okay. And if we go down the right, that's fine.
Yeah.
At least it clears out the forfeit.
Maybe I put up the slight jam.
About there.
Control.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just takes the top one off. So allow Canada to try and come round here again. Put the pressure onto Scotland. Just on the high side here.
All
right.
That's not bad.
Wants to try and clip that one off the forefoot, but
Back 8.
didn't manage. So Canada trying to draw another one round this guard.
Let's go.
And if they do block the way in here, it's going to be very hard for Scotland to draw the button.
Weight's good, little up. Lots of room.
14-7 was pretty good.
Whoa, no.
On the first throw.
Around it. Hey, up then.
Looking a little more pacey this time.
Around it. Gotta be around it.
Calling up. Switching up the call. Trying to come around instead. 14-1.
Go around it. Gotta finish it. Yep. Hard back all the way. Yep. Hide. Okay, that's not bad.
Oh, just a bit heavy there.
1.
Anywhere short would have caused Scotland a bit of a problem, but it now gives Scotland the opportunity to draw the button.
Out wider.
Have they come deep enough so that if Scotland makes a nose tap on the back red,
Yeah, but I liked that
will they
release.
steal?
It was good. Just shoot.
Just about.
Deeper.
It's one of these ones where you don't want it to come back, but then you do have to take it back so that you don't leave them an easier shot just to sit in the nose. It would be close, but I think Canada would still lie short.
last stone, 7th in here. Finally, a bit of trouble for Scotland.
Oh, I kicked that.
Definitely a chance to get out of trouble here.
Line's good. Line's good. Rim.
They're going to have to sweep that for weight.
Just for weight. Lee, if you can. Yep. Whoa, Lee.
Oh, I think you're there.
Big sweep, but maybe a bit too much from the sweepers.
Sorry,
This will slip a bit too far, and it will be a steal of one for Canada.
One right, yeah.
What do we want to do?
Sorry, Becky.
It's okay.
Bit of a panicked front end, but 1 point for the Canadians.
So I wasn't sure.
That does close the scoreline just a wee bit. It's still 7-3 though for Scotland.
I don't know. Do you like a tick again or do you want to wing?
Okay, let's just.
Would have been fine if I made it.
So what do you want to do?
It was just about slide.
Easy. I think line's good. Over curling. Sit. Sit.
We did hear the Canadians earlier on say that they were sick of having the hammer, the last on advantage. They were over it. Let's go for the steals. And it did work. They did steal one. And they'll try again here. Dankar just pulling up in time to not be in the rings. Means Scotland is not allowed to hit it.
I think we're 7,
Should be close.
Looks like they'll just be drawing to the wing.
5, 4.
Would be quite happy to just score a 1 here in this 8th end, Scotland.
6.
And again, try and keep things open.
Yep. 6, 5.
It's good, girls.
We're 6.
8.
Whoa.
Right up, Haley. Go.
6,
Hard. Yep, go. Good Lee.
Nice sweep.
Yep. Nice shot there. So you see the difference in stats there, 89%.
2.
Right
The
here.
Canadian lead.
It's there.
3.
Then.
So she's having a much stronger game than the Scottish lead.
Whoa.
placement on her 2 guards there.
Wasn't very positive.
Close line. We're 5, 6.
7.
We're 6. Okay.
Oh, I think you're all there.
Okay.
No,
You got room.
We're gonna be 9, 10. I think you're right
It's
back.
coming down.
We're
Still
right
think we're
back.
nine.
Take it through. It's through. 9, 10.
I really want this to be top tee.
Haley, right back.
It is going back, so they want to just sweep it right back out the way so Canada can't use it to freeze.
14-5.
Yeah. Sorry.
Decent setup for another steal here.
Good.
Didn't feel like a lot.
One to go good. Top 4, top 8. Yep.
It's a bit of a key shot from Shirley Burgess. Wants to get a good shot stone in the 4th foot. Might be the stone they'll be guarding for the remainder of the end here.
Perfect.
And that's where it was key that that last Scottish stone is top of the tee, so that Canada have to move it, whereas now that's a fantastic shot there. Right in, biting the button.
Almost over curled after.
Yeah, I know.
So this is where at the last end, you can see the
This is going to
second
be the
stats
biggest
there.
comeback you've seen in Canadian
Carly
curling.
Burgess was at
So this
61
is gonna be the
and
biggest comeback
Hayley
you've
Duff
seen
at
in Canadian
66, so
curling.
not a lot in the second players. But it's important for Scotland here to try and lift a double peel. They tried it the last end and we're always just taking the single. But if they can lift a double peel, it opens everything up.
Amy.
Okay.
So that's okay.
Line's good.
Didn't give it any.
This is 4.
So Canada just keep replacing this guard.
Hard line. Hard. Line's perfect. Lindsay. Over and off, over and off, over and off. Whoa. So nice.
I'm going to keep a
I don't think
bit
it's
of
backed up that
distance
far.
between the 2 guards.
Try this.
Don't mind that.
Can you peel the one that's
We're
like...
gonna run the
run it in
outside
and
one
peel it, switch it out that way.
I think so.
She's just looking at it. I think if you catch it high of nose...
You get it just high.
Yeah.
Do you like peel again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Because if you catch too thin, it's fine.
I think this will be pretty close.
Yeah.
Here.
Close. Yep.
So looking to take this guard that's just top of the house and catch the one in the 4 foot.
That's
That was
good.
going out, wasn't it? So, yeah.
Okay.
So she's removed it off the 4 foot.
Yours is 14-9, so like 15.
Canada still lies short, but it's further away from the 4 foot now.
That's pretty good. Removes the backing.
Better.
Leaves that red stone in the open, and they've left that tight center guard yellow.
Kind of want to go.
Line's good. Gotta go.
So you can run in their own stones on the next one if they want to.
I don't think we can. Sure.
I think Canada would rather be buried around their red guard here.
Around this. Bring it around this. Yes.
We're like 2.
Hard.
Trying for wheat.
Okay, well.
Needs to get past it. This pulls up way short.
16-2.
Peel. Yep.
So a chance here for Amy McDonald to lift both these Canadian guards.
Here.
Yeah.
No.
Just manages to remove one. Jams the yellow in the house, but the red goes out.
What do you like at other center? What do you like it?
I think so.
So removes the one red guard, jams the back yellow, and splits them out the house.
Was a little bit hairy. Because I think they're playing the hit and roll if we play.
What do you think the speed is here?
I think like a 14.5.
Yeah, 14 and a half. I like that. Line's good. Top beat. Line's good.
So a bit of difference in the stats for the third players. 64% for Canada and 77% for Scotland.
Really gotta go. Really gotta go. Really gotta go. Wait, sir. Hey, whoa, whoa. Sit.
Comes around the guard nicely here. Well, just nibbled the side of the forfeit, set 2.
What was that?
Can they see enough of it to remove it?
15-7. If you want.
Can't see much of the top one.
The other two. So the trick is for me not to be pulled in by that guard like last time.
You can hear her saying, don't do what happened the last time and just tickle the guard. Either remove the guard or get the one in the house.
Whoa, Haley!
Haley, go.
Gotta go hard!
Hard, gotta go.
Trying to curl this to catch something.
Whoa.
That's good.
Well, plan B.
Let's get 1.
Turns out saying nice and positive.
Maybe even 2. Not sure if that was in. On the wing there.
Does leave Canada with the one in the house now and behind the guard.
No, I was like, I'm not going to get caught in the guard this time. I'll be positive. You've still got an edge of that. You've got
And there's
like
the skip stats. Rebecca Morrison having a fairly strong game today.
Wait's good. Yeah, line. Gotta go. Yep, line.
We're working this one really hard. Trying to get it past the top one.
Whoa.
Just going to nick off it.
Bounce to the center. Okay, that's not bad.
It's opened up the shot in the house now.
You think wait would have been okay? Yeah, top 8. Okay.
You can't see enough
Push
of
the
it
half
for
of it, like
control.
half. No.
Yeah.
There?
If you're happy with that, then I'm happy. I think it will move nice.
So Scotland can see at least half that red stone.
It'll move nice.
Just to play a tap back and remove it from play.
We're thinking just barrier.
Yeah, I like that.
There's to be tight.
Yep. Hard. Whoa. Lee.
Go, Lee. Hard.
So passes the guard,
Okay.
but just rolls out the house.
Good. Nice fight.
Still the fans quite happy with
Similar
that.
speed to what you just threw. I had 14.9.
No Canadian stones in the house.
You went like that, and then it was like,
Means they can only steal 1.
It was fine by the time I hit it.
Worst case scenario for Scotland.
That was like the first one though.
And only this and 2 ends to go. They can afford to give up steals of 1. And firstly,
Let's go, Kate.
Caitlin Jones will need to make this draw in behind cover.
Line's good. Full port. Line's good, line's good.
Line's good, line only. Back 4.
Hold then.
No line.
Hold then. Clean it if you can.
Back
Lindsay
4.
close.
Back 4.
When do I go? Okay, you gotta finish it. Yep.
So trying
Yep, hide back,
to
hide.
make this curl more behind the guard.
Hide. Good sweep. 14-2.
So Scotland can't say enough of it to remove it. Just need to follow it in and sit on top.
Button.
Same way as last time.
Yeah.
So just draw the button. Skip's favourite shot.
Well, threw a good one in the previous end. That was just overswept by the front end. Try and
Okay, wait till
give them another good draw here to work with.
Haley.
We need to go a bit.
Needs to move.
Really needs to move.
Hanging on the corner guard.
Really
Haley,
needs to move.
hard.
Really needs to move.
Trying to make a carve in a little bit.
Really needs to go.
Will it curl enough to get past the corner guard? No, and will catch it. Another steal, and one for Canada. They're still in it.
One right.
The Scottish lead slowly
Okay.
fading,
Left, and we're
but
free
still
up. So we
pretty
We need to
much
just
in
make our
control.
peels
7-4.
and then, yeah.
2 ends to go.
We have 10 minutes, so let's do it. Line's tight. Line's tight. Chris, gotta hold it out. Gotta hold it out, Chris. Hold it out. Hold it out. Stay over and up.
Leave it 1 or 2.
Yeah, just.
I guess you gotta go a bit. Like, I don't know.
We're halfway.
Just leave it. Just leave it.
Canada has
16
done well.
I feel like
The
we
last
go.
couple of ends had a bit of a nightmare at the start. We're down 6-0 after 3 ends now. They've clawed back a little bit, scoring singles both in the 6th, 7th and the 8th end.
I think you can go.
5,
Still a 3-point lead for Scotland.
8.
We would expect them to be able to close this game out.
Yep, hard. Go,
But is
go,
there
go,
any
go.
chance
Go, go, go.
of some nerves coming into play now that they've slowly letting Canada back in the game?
All the way. Go, go, go. Hard.
Yeah, it's funny you commented earlier, Xander, about, you know, Canada felt, well, the game's gone, we've lost the game. Let's just go out, let's just try and steal. And they were more relaxed, and all of a sudden, you know, the pressure's on to Scotland. They have to make these last shots count. And they were really putting no pressure onto Scotland in the first half of the game, but now they are. And it's interesting just to see the mindset, how it affects performance. But you know, Scotland have got to look at the scoreboard. They're 3 up, 2 ends to go. They've got hammer.
Over, Carly.
Just score here.
Okay, it's fine.
15-2.
Canada brought that one into the house, which ideally they wanted to leave that short. Give Scotland the opportunity now to remove that from play.
Mistake coming into the house, allowing Scotland to make the peel.
I think we were both so terrified.
Only the one guard now to play with for Canada.
I think we were both so terrified that was catching.
If you can.
What's the biggest ever comeback you have had in a game? You can remember, that is.
Too long ago.
Tons of line. Okay.
Surely
No.
you'd remember coming back from a 6-point deficit if it ever happened.
Hard, Chris. Hard, Chris.
I think probably a
Hard.
5-shot deficit. And it's always that way, you know, you've got to play the scoreboard in your head. Score a 2, force a 1, score a 2, force a 1. You know, so if you've got enough ends to do that, then absolutely, you know, the game's not over at all. And yeah, I think it's one of these ones where it's the mindset as well. 10 ends is a long game, and if a team has a bad first half, you can see the heads go down, kind of lose confidence. But you know what? There's another half to the game, and it can easily turn.
Very close to the double peel. Just not quite.
Close, but yet so far. One of these ends, they'll make a double peel. I have confidence.
Okay, like you can.
But you know, Canada are plugging away here. They're just putting the guards up, trying to force an error from Scotland.
No double. I don't want it to pick.
I don't want it to pick. That's
2. Is it back?
a good idea. Just keep it clean.
Close to 2. I think it'll stop. Freeze it then. Freeze it. Yep. Hard. Oh, we're bumping. Okay. Oh, shoot. Sorry.
15-8.
Sorry, Kyle.
This one comes all too close to that other guard, groups the reds. Should be a pretty makeable double for Scotland here. Take away all the play on the centre line.
Yep. Hard.
This one over curls.
Okay.
Sit right there, so still a guard for Canada. As we take a look at the other scores, USA up 5-3 over Turkey. South Koreans 8-5 over Switzerland. China with a 2-point lead in hammer, playing Russia, and it's all tied at 5 each between Norway and Sweden.
Okay, so 1-2. Nice and easy.
Line's good.
Hold it out there.
Line's good. Line's perfect. Line's perfect.
It's over curling by a lot.
Over and off. Over and off.
Hey, that scared me for a minute.
It's okay. It's a long guard, but it gives some separation between the other yellow guards that are around.
Yes!
Hardly.
Go! Yeah. Roll it.
Hardly.
Good call.
Go. Hard.
Do you like one more?
So just struggling to peel these guards and get their shooters rolling out of play.
I don't mind one more. Like, that was my gut, but okay. Do you guys like that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Do you think the same pick on this side?
Yes,
Fine?
I like same thing.
Okay, let's make this good.
So Canada will just try and come round this Scottish guard that's out the front.
Line's good. 2. Line's good. Where is it? 2. Whoa. Make it even?
Whoa!
Sit down. Okay. 16-2.
So it was a wee bit light, so they just left it short.
Shoot. Okay.
That does give Scotland the opportunity now to remove both of these.
Just here. Okay.
Shooting?
Right.
So can Amy McDonald lift both these guards? And she spins another yellow into the house.
Yes, that's all right.
That might be usable.
Yep, certainly is.
Yeah. What do you like? 14, 7? Yeah.
Just leaves that centre guard for Canada to come around though. But the good thing is,
Maybe a little
it's
bit
a
of
yellow out front for Scotland to raise.
I like a 14-7 here, Kate.
So good from a Scottish point of view, but
Let's go, you
Canada need to get this right round top 4.
Like you can. Let's make this good. Wait,
Line's good.
only. Back 4.
Rock lock.
Oh,
Top 4.
Is up. We're looking
yep. Gotta go.
for around 14-7, 14-5.
Good, yep.
From hog line to hog line. But again, a line just as important here. 15-2. Needing to work this one to bring it all the way down for Shotstone.
That
They
pick?
won't, just fully in the 12 foot.
It looks like a pick.
Here.
Yeah.
Just
Rub it.
like top 12.
That's okay.
Because, sorry, is that all
they
they've
have
got
to come
really?
through this
Yeah.
side.
I
They've
think,
got to draw down there into the 8 foot, but I think,
do you want to come this way?
yeah.
So we don't do the same as yesterday?
Okay, so I think maybe there.
I was thinking here, yeah. Just like a little bit straighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like there. It's just basically as
Either
long as
that
we're
or run back.
If you're on that
as
path,
long as we're
it's
like
good.
at least here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So free is good.
Where were you? Were you there? Yeah.
Those raspberry things get stuck in your teeth.
Okay, free.
So
is
a bit of
good.
discussion here what they're going to leave for Canada,
Just as long as it
because
blocks that.
Yeah.
So 2 should be.
Scotland are lying well. They're lying 2,
Okay, so go
but they know Canada's going to come round that guard with their last stone.
So they're just guarding, or?
Yep, so they're looking to come in and just bite the 12 foot.
2.
Take away the draw.
She said top 12 in the hope that
Nothing.
does block the draw in. But even if she's short.
Really needs to sit.
Now we're 2. We're 2.
Sit. Good there.
Good.
Plugs the hole.
I think that works.
I think that's that.
Is there a chance to get in for Shotstone now for Canada?
They've got to draw to. Yeah. I think they're going this way.
You could get there. I think it's tough to get shot with that. I think we're going to overcurl it. Or is it straighter towards the boards? Like, you might be able to, just...
I think it's straighter this way.
Do you think that's there, then? That's all I see. Either that or the wide hit and rolling off the 1 to, like, back 4. Do you think we can get here? Like, from the hack, this looks easier.
Like drawing through here.
There's more curl this way, though, so it...
I just think it's riskier to hit the guard if we come this way.
It
if we
moves
come
more
this
that way. I think you're
we
less
get
likely
shot
to
this
overcurl
way?
with this one.
Okay, I don't mind that.
Because that one, I think you're going to be curling onto the 3. Just
can't
because it
chip
comes
off
harder
and
off this
under?
way.
What? You can't like chip off and under. I guess that's harder. This is easier. I like this.
Okay.
I think this
Whatever
is easier.
shot. Yeah. Yeah, we just got to make sure we're still full 8. So, like, we do have to skinny that. We have
So
to
probably there.
because we need to skinny the 5.
Yeah.
Not really any good way to get into the 4 foot here. You're going to have to settle with just drawing around one of the corner guards and get Shotstone.
Yeah, it looks easy, but.
Like 14.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, you got it.
Out turn, counterclockwise draw, and around that wide left corner guard.
Just a hair more than I
Just
just
try and
threw.
outcount
Yeah.
Scottish
Let's go.
Shotstone.
I think you can, Kate.
Line only.
We're really big.
Back 8.
Wide for line and heavy for weight. Switching up the call.
Double tap.
Looking to maybe make the double tap. Guard onto the red instead. That'd be quite a change-up. Does make the double tap, but doesn't tap it far enough. Scotland lines 1. And maybe even a chance to get in there for 2. Not a good throw by Caitlin Jones.
Yeah, it was very difficult there. Not an easy line in for her.
It's got to be full 8.
Okay.
But we lie 1 just now, so I don't really want to do anything with that red.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, you can hear Becca saying,
Not
I want to
really
keep
sure
away
if
from
it
that
ice
red. I
is
don't want to go near it.
It's a bit, we're not played out.
Just needs to draw fully into the 8 foot to
Similar
score 2. So last throw in 9th end for Scotland. Opportunity for 2.
It would certainly put the game away. This one coming well wide, though. Maybe wider than any other draw in the game. And it's going to pull up quite short.
Hayley,
Just the 1 for Scotland.
do you think that was just a bit slower than that?
1 is probably good enough, and it is good enough. Canada will concede, not thinking they can score a 4 in the final end. Well, we saw it coming after only 3 ends of play. Scotland up by 6. Canada slowly starting to make a move in the last couple of ends, but it was too late. The second win for Scotland.
Yeah, that's a bit absurd.
8-4 for you.
8-4, final score.
Thank you.
Thanks. We should have just taken 2 each.
Yeah, we can do that.
Seventh end. Canada lying 2. It's a draw for Scotland and Rebecca Morrison. Looked good coming out the hand, just an oversweep
Sorry, Becca.
by a frantic front end. Leaves Canada trailing 1.
Would have been fine if I made it.
In the 8th end, Canada again looking for steal, sitting shot stone in the back 4. Skip Morrison needing to navigate past the guard, but will catch the corner. Another point for the Canadians.
We have 10 minutes, so.
Slowly making their way back in the game.
Do anything with that red.
In the 9th, though, Caitlin Jones not able to get in there for a shot stone. Rebecca Morrison with a chance to score 2, but not able to
Hayley.
get it into the house. Coming on the wide path would be good enough for an 8-4 win, though.
We should have just taken 2 each.
These are the games this afternoon. The final score there, Scotland to Canada. Of course, it's a tied game between USA and Turkey. The South Koreans very much in control over Switzerland. China, the 10-5 win over Russia. Sweden also with a big advantage coming into the final end. 3 points up on Norway. And that's how our table looks so far in the round robin. 9 games to be played. See, Scotland now moves to 2 wins, 1 loss. And Canada, of course, dropping 1 game, will also sit at 2-1 so far. Russia and Sweden are the ones undefeated. Sweden could very well be alone on top at 3-0. We have Rebecca Morrison, winning skip of Team Scotland, with us.
So, Rebecca, congratulations. Scotland-Canada is always a big game. You completely dominated the first half of the game. What was working so well for you there?
My whole team was just playing really well and setting it up really nice for me. So I had easy shots to in the first half of the game. So it made it really simple for us. So and we put the pressure on the skip. So.
And in the second half, Canada were starting to claw their way back. What was your main focus there in that half of the game?
We just wanted to score when we had hammer. We didn't manage that for a couple of ends, but yeah, the ninth end there really helped us.
So your first time skipping at our World Championships, first time being mic'd up playing on the ice. How did you feel out there?
I felt good. It's been really good so far. The crowds, it's great to have the crowd there cheering us on. I thought it might be a bit nerve-wracking, but it's been really fun so far.
Well, you all played really well. Congratulations and good luck for the rest of the week.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for this afternoon session in the women's competition. Tonight, though, we'll have Canada-Scotland play again, that time in the men's competition. So stay tuned, 7 o'clock local time here in Aberdeen, Scotland, World Curling TV.